Hello folks, Jonathan Milam here. I do hope you're having a great day. I've got two trumpets that are different horns than I usually work around. Both of them are quite heavy belled, and both of them are leaning towards orchestral, and that is not exactly my forte, but we will give it a shot. Adam's A10, absolutely magnificent horn, and then a horn that I've had for some time. It is an Edwards Generation 2. Again, both of these have quite heavy bells, and I lean towards preferring a light bell and a relatively small flare, so at least this meets one of those. The flare is slightly smaller than a Strad, but the bell volume really starts enlarging shortly after the crook. Now, the horn trader says there is a choke right about here. I don't see that. Not sure that I feel it, but I'm telling you, the horn trader knows his horns. So if he says there is a choke there, I'd be willing to bet there's a choke somewhere in there. Very, very nice horn. Again, leaning towards orchestral use. Anything, frankly, other than lead, I think it would do quite well for. I've got four mouthpieces. I'm going to start off with one that is relatively shallow, but a big throat, so it's not brittle. It is the Monette BLM, and then I'm going to go to a Mount Vernon Bach 7C. Going to do a Trent Austin, what I call a tremendous soloist mouthpiece, and we'll wind up with the biggest mouthpiece that I've got, which is the Reeves C2J. Each of these four horns going to start off playing with the Adams A10. I'm going to do the old classic number. You say, hey, I thought that was a symphonic. Let's say you're playing in a symphony that's doing pops. Maybe this is what it would sound like, the street where you live. Okay, we'll go right away to the Edwards Gen 2. If you look below in the comments, I'll put exactly what all this has. This is an extra heavy bell. It is a large flare, about 5 1/4. And here you've got a little less, I think, than 4 3/4. The throat is actually probably similar on these because they are big horns, but the flare is definitely smaller on the A10. And what they were looking for is a very focused, directional feel to the bell. Okay, the Edwards A10 with the Monette, quite a shallow piece, but a very, I think it's a 22 drill, wide throat, Monette's BLM. I am much better acquainted with this Edwards horn. It's also a slightly larger bore, 462. Now, just for a moment, let me say, this is the antithesis of everything that I like in a horn. I prefer a small flare. This is a large flare. I prefer a medium-large bore or even smaller. This is a large bore. I like a light bell. This is a heavy bell. Still, this is one of the most enjoyable trumpets I have ever played. I've put it up for sale 2 or 3 times. I actually sold it once, but it came back home, and it is a horn that I would be willing to wager now I will have until I'm losing the grasp on my fingers and someone plucks it away. It is nice to try different horns. Sometimes you realize, wow, I would never have thought, but that is the horn that I like. Okay, Mount Vernon 7C. And we'll try that with the Adams. This should be quite a legit sound. That's just to warm up the mouthpiece. Okay, and we'll try that same Mount Vernon, box 7C, with the Edwards Gen 2. Also, if you look down in the comments, at the bottom of the comment area, I'll just have these horns, each with a mouthpiece that it's split with. You can click from one little highlighted portion to another if you want to hear exactly how they sound. Also on the first line, if I have anything for sale at the present time, mouthpieces, mutes, trumpets, what have you. And one of these will probably be up there before long. You can look on the first line. There'll be a link to Trumpet Herald's marketplace. Trumpet Herald is a very, very fine forum. Their marketplace, I bought and sold many, many horns. Just it's a wonderful place to hang around, learn, contribute, buy and sell. Okay, I've called this many times a soloist's mouthpiece. And the deep V cup really lends itself towards a hearty sound. If you're in an intimate environment and you need something so that you're not blowing someone away that's 15, 10, 12 feet away, this might be just the ticket for you. Adams A10. Okay, I've been looking around like, where's my volume? Where is my volume? My speaking mic, I'm heading out for a work trip, missed a flight today, but my speaking mic is over here with a cover on it. And I was thinking, why isn't it registering higher? Well, it's a powerful mic, and even with a cover on it, it's doing fairly well. So I'm sorry if this isn't quite as clear as it usually is, but my bad. I'd already packed up and cleaned up and thought, well, I've got a moment tonight. Maybe I can get one vid ready. Yeah, my mistake. Okay, we're going to use that Trent Austin TATF, Trent Austin's trumpet flugel, old mouthpiece of his, one of his first initial mouthpieces, I believe. And we'll do it on the Edwards Gen 2. The next mouthpiece we'll use is the Grand Canyon. Deep, deep V. Big drill. It's an 11 drill. And a lot of times when I play this, use this on a video, I'll sit back and I'll listen and I'll think, well, not enough breath. Just not enough air. Well, the truth of the matter is I probably don't have enough air to properly handle this mouthpiece. But oh, what a gorgeous sound. I almost always get comments, oh, that Reeves C2J is just amazing. And it really is. With a thick bell, this is what Adams calls their 50 gauge. Probably a 35 would be a lightweight bell, 40, 45 around there. This is a 50. I did have one of their horns that was a 60. It was the A3, not sure they're making that anymore. It had the offset valve like a recording, slightly balanced, but feedback was a little weak on that, but oh, the tone that it projected. And I really feel with this 50, I believe it's considerably heavier, let me say a heavier bell than we usually run across on most of our horns. But marvelous, should be a marvelous sound with this big mouthpiece and this nice big bell. Adams A10 Reeves C2J mouthpiece. A little extra on the ending. I want you to feel like you got your money's worth. Okay, just a very, very nice horn. First horn that I bought from a fellow at Trumpet Herald that goes by the name of the Bigelow Kid, John Yates. And he told me, he said, it's in very good condition. And I said, well, it looks a little dirty. And he said, it is, but it's in very good condition. Man, when I cleaned it up, it is in good condition. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Okay, we'll use this same Grand Canyon, that's the Reeves C2J, with the Edwards Gen 2. Large bell, extra heavy bell. As always, folks, it's been a pleasure. The Adams A10, the Edwards Gen 2, 4 excellent mouthpieces, and a minimum of mistakes, which I presented. Thanks as always. Love the comments, questions, thoughts, and meanwhile, do take care of yourself and someone near you.